I've got a couple more bushings here. These are the same bushing, but there's two different bushings that it uses, but I just got through the same one because it was out of it. And I knew I'd make a video like, okay, this is the actual bushing for the edge. Now, let me check it out. Alright, we get in. Alright. So, we'll change that. Before we do anything, we'll change that one. Alright. Now we're going to test it. I've got this new bushing to go here. On this end. I'm going to put that new bushing on. I need to grease it first, but again, I'm just testing right now. Now these washers, I've got a new washer, but first I'm going to go ahead and pull the gears off too. Making sure I'm not leaving any bushings in the way here. Nope, no bushings left. We're going to check our new gear. Make sure it's the same as the old gear. That's good. Same amount of teeth. Want to make sure of that. Now we'll take it out. Match them up to see if they look the same there too, which I'm sure they do, but it's always good to check this stuff. Okay. Alright. Then make sure it's the new gear you're putting in. Alright. So we got one new gear. Now, what else do we got? The main part that we actually had to buy, the little clutch, which is about $10. They call it the clutch. Technically, we didn't have to buy anything else but this. On this one, some of them do have to have the gears changed because they're chewed up to the point where they have to have it. But this one was not actually that bad. And so here's the old gears. Set them over to the side here. Another one of the new gears. Put that one in there. Now I'm going to be pulling all this back apart. This is just to give it a test run. Because I'm going to add a washer to it. Big old bag for that little bit of washer. Talk about a waste. The bag costs more than the washer did. Alright. Put that washer on there, along with the washers that it already had, these other two. We're going to sit this back down in here. Making sure that our little thing's in line here. Now, that extra washer should have took out the extra play. But what we've got to worry about now is, first of all, taking out too much play, which may be the case here. We'll see. Nope, it's not too much. But we got to worry about the gear that goes down in here, that's on here. If it gets too tight, it still won't work right. So we got to make sure that still functions right. Now, we're in neutral. Got to check neutral out. Make sure neutral doesn't catch either gear, and it doesn't. So, now we're going to slop grease all over everything. Might as well get our napkins ready to wipe our hands off. Alright, here we go, people. And here's the grease I use. Instead of paying $20 for a little old 8 or 9 ounce one, I've got a whole quart. This costs $5 at a tractor supply place, and it's pretty much the same grease. Okay, now we want to make sure everything is greased though, not just and here really wasn't even grease up in here before, but well, it's going to be in there now. Why? Because I want it there. That's why. Now, before I even fool with any of that to any extent, because I'm already full of it, I am going to put it down in the differential. Load that thing up. Give me some grease. Oh yeah, we want grease in there. We want lots of grease in there. We don't want the illusion that there's not grease in there, that's for sure. Okay, now we got all kinds of grease in that differential. That thing likes us now. Now, we're going to get greasy on this one, folks. Just like when you was a kid and you wanted to get greasy. We're going to get greasy. Even though it don't even need grease here. Better to have it and it just goes somewhere it shouldn't go, because it ain't going to hurt it on this, than to not have it where you want it. So we're greasing up everything. Alright. Now, we got to put it back in here, but we got to make sure that all the bushings and everything is right where they should be. It's no big deal. We got that. We know that they're supposed to be right here, right here, right here, and right here. I probably could have used another new bushing in it, but it'll be alright. Now, make sure all these are set down in there like they're supposed to be, not out in some weird way. Okay? Because if you do, it'll bind up when you try to put the top on it and cause all kinds of messes. And we don't want a mess on it. So we've got this all greased. We've got the center part in there greased. Now we're going to grease all this stuff. Okay, just make sure we don't lose anything. Well, we lost something. No, we didn't. Now, we like grease. Again, it's better to know that you got it all over it than to not have it where it should be. Okay. Now, we even want grease down in here. Why? Because I say so. Same thing here. Let's go and put it in here before we put it on there. Got grease. Now, I'm running around with the grease that's in my fingers already, putting grease on it. like grease. It is greased up good. Now we got to make sure this falls in the right little groove. In that groove. You too, get in your groove. Alright, that one's in its groove. That one's in its groove. No, that's alright. We're going to put some grease in the guide here just to do it. Okay. So, groove, 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 groove. Now, we got our little ball here. Now, I'm going to squirt some grease down in there. And the spring and the ball. There we go. Now, of course we want some on this. Put that in there. Leave it in neutral. Now, last place is this. I know I'm going backwards, but it'll all work out. There it comes. Okay folks, she is well greased everywhere that matters. Now we're just going to squirt it down in the bottom of it. Now, let's let it run a little bit. Just to smear the grease around. We should be alright. Now, since we haven't greased it yet, now, does it need it up in there? No, not really. So why did we put it up in there? Because we wanted to. Alright. Make sure these things are as far apart as they need to be. Double check your bearing again. It's in there. Sit this on there. Check, 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 check. Everything's checked. We're going to go down on there. Alright. Now, this is the fun part, trying to get that up in there with the spacing. Come on, to. So what's going on inside here that's causing me problems? Now this one basically just fell out, didn't it? Yep. This one might have been better to have done it a different way. So you got both sides, 4 bolts, but then that pulley inside has to go where it should go too. And that's where the problem's coming in. Problem isn't in this. All that one needs now. Just because somebody's old don't mean they're not maneuverable. They just pay for it later. The front supports, which are down here. Yeah. This one's always fun. Okay, got that in. Now you got to get it over here to where you can actually use it. Alright, got it over there. See, it only moves like an inch. You got to get it in here. Alright, so brake's there. Alright, so the brake's on. I'm going to have to adjust this. I know I am. You know, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I'll have to adjust this. Where the gears are. So that's supposed to be neutral. Is it? No, that is not neutral. I'm going to have to do some adjusting on that. That's probably neutral there. Okay. Really? Now, we're going to take our safety tire out and put it on here. Now, I need to take it off of this. Now, because the frame will actually twist, I have to be careful about that. Okay. It goes in reverse really early. didn't run the forward till way up there. So I need to do some more adjusting. It goes in reverse right there. Okay. Battery back in there. Okay. Negative. Okay, and that's that. Now we gotta put the seat back on. Took the seat off in case it rained, it wouldn't get all in the seat while it was sitting here parked out in the weather. Now, we get to play line the hole up. I got my little star tool. These don't have to be real tight, so I'm just hand tightening it. Basically with the end of the ratchet. Tighten them too much, you'll just strip them out. And there's the seat.